A fabulous morning to one and all gathered here. On behalf of the esteemed trustees, the management, our respected principal, the heads of the department, and dedicated faculty members, and the vibrant student community, it's my privilege to extend a warm and heartful welcome to each one of you to this text series. We are truly honored by your presence today as we come together to celebrate innovation, explore emerging technologies, and foster meaningful knowledge exchange. May this gathering spark insightful discussions, inspire creative thinking, and pave the way for transformative ideas. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Towards fulfilling the above objective, the Dharma Naidu Educational and Charitable Trust established the SA Engineering College in the year 1998 in accordance with the general policy of the government of Tamil Nadu to give high priority to technical education. The college maintains high standards of education by providing a wide array of world class academic facilities, employing highly qualified and experienced faculty members, and creating an ambience conducive to quality education. The college offers 11 undergraduate courses and 4 postgraduate courses in engineering. Master of Computer Applications MCA and Master of Business Administrations MBA. The college is well planned and well designed, built with more than 4 lakh square feet of constructed area. The aesthetically designed campus has ultra-modern facilities with separate academic wing for each department, academic block, laboratories and workshop, state-of-the-art computer labs, spacious classrooms, well-stocked libraries, conference hall, seminar hall for each department, canteen, dining hall with hygienic kitchen, playgrounds, and separate hostel for boys and girls. We all have gathered here to uplift and appreciate the brilliant young talents among us. Now the video will be presented which based on the highlights of the Department of Information Technology department.
Information Technology. Our department focuses on software development, web technologies, data science, and networking. We regularly conduct events like symposiums, workshops, placement training, guest lectures, and conferences to help students stay updated with the latest trends in technology. As a part of that, today we are very happy to organize Tech Series 5.13 on the topic GitHub in today's world, exclusively for plus 2 and diploma students. We are very glad to welcome our guest speaker, Mr. Srihari RV, AI trainee at DevOps at FutureWorks Studios Private Limited. We thank him for joining us today to share his knowledge and experience. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good morning to one and all present here. I am Shriyari RV, currently working as a trainee in the engineering department of FutureWorks Studio Private Limited. At first, I would like to thank the management of SA Engineering College, who has given me this opportunity to host their Tech Series 5.13. Thank you. Yes, am I visible? Is my audio clear? Yeah, thank you so much. Yes. Hello, my juniors. Welcome to the world of engineering. You guys are out of schooling, which is a closed environment. Now, there are plenty of paths before you to explore. You are about to start the journey that is not just about your marks or textbooks, it's about building skills, networks, and digital identity. So, there is a great shift from a fundamental learning to a professional learning in terms of understanding responsibilities and applying. Today, I will share with you something that many of us learn late, the power of professional package. So, yeah, our topic is GitHub today's world. So, I have linked a part before that and a part after that. So, this becomes a professional package that can speak for you, which increases your scope and values during an interview in a company. Yes. So, can this be a interactive session? People here? Hello? Okay, moving on to the topic professional package. Yes, here it comes. Coding platforms, Git and GitHub, which is our topic of the day. Then LinkedIn. So all three together form your digital resume. So at first, what is coding platforms is for? Is for enhancing your skills. Next comes the Git and GitHub, where you apply and collaborate. And then comes the LinkedIn, where you share your outputs and connect with great people. So, all these three together form a digital resume for you. So, at first, I would start with coding platforms. In the future, two kinds of people will exist: those who tell computers what to do, and those who are told by computers what to do. So, let's be on the first side, those who tell computers what to do. Coding is not just for computer science students, it's a modern literacy. It allows you to create, solve problems, automate boring work, and build products that reach millions. When you learn to code, you are shifting from being a consumer to a creator. A person in a village with just a laptop and internet can build the next big app. That is the power of developers. Many non technical jobs, which do not include coding, are being automated by AI and softwares today. But developers create those AI systems. Coding is not just mechanical typing, it's logical, creative, and human. AI might write some code, but it will never replace the creative thinking and design mindset of a good developer. In a world where job roles may vanish, one thing stays: the need for builders. And coding is the tool for builders. Developers don't just survive the future, they create it. So pick up the keyboard and start creating, my fellow juniors. So here I will give you a head start to some of the coding platforms like LeetCode, CodeChef, HackerRank, and your department has excelled in HackerRank too. So they showed the video. I can see that. To enhance your coding ability, I strongly recommend using platforms like this or any other coding website. Just pick up and create an account today. These platforms are not just websites, they are your professional training grounds. They offer thousands of problem statements and help to improve your logical thinking and problem solving skills. And the best part, most of them track your daily streaks, which helps you to build consistency, a key ingredient for success in tech. Some of these platforms even have company specific coding challenges from top tech giants like Google, Meta, and Big Four. Solving these give you a solid head start in preparing for actual interviews. So this is the first entity of your professional package and first step as an engineering student to start your career in coding. So my fellow juniors, consider this your first professional milestone. Start early, start consistent, and keep pushing your limits. This is your first real step towards a successful coding career. So here I have an example of lead code. So in this, you can see here we have n number of thousands and thousands of problem statements and problems which you can go and start solving it. So as I said, there are company specific questions which you can work on it and excel so that when you apply for that company, you can easily crack the first level of coding level for your in your interviews. So next comes the streak. So here you can see your profile. So this gives you a consistency and motivation to work daily. So these green dots are months and your consistency, which shows your consistency in coding career. So my juniors, create an account in any of one website like this and start your coding career. So next, we move on to the second entity of the professional package, which is the topic of the day, Git and GitHub. From coding platforms, you acquire knowledge, then you need to apply it. Knowledge without application is like fuel without fire. So you need to use that coding ability into your solid projects. So once you understand how to code, how to do your logic, how to use a code so efficiently, how to build a project, so start building your own projects. In today's world, writing code is just the beginning. Real developers know how to track it, share it, collaborate on it, and showcase it. That's exactly what Git and GitHub help you to do. A to-do app, a quiz game, a mini calculator, or even an AI chatbot can also be your good start in your coding projects. So you learn to solve problem, design, debugging, and how different parts of a system come together. Now we move on to the Git. What is exactly Git? Git is a local desktop application, whereas GitHub is a website. Git is a version control system and it's one of the most powerful tools you can have as developer. Think of it as a time machine for your code. It lets you to save different versions of your project as you work on it. So if something breaks or doesn't work out, you can also always go back to the previous version. No stress, no panic. It's kind of like a Google Docs history, but for your local files. You can see what changed, who changed, and when it is changed. So in simple terms, we can understand like whenever you make a change, that goes a backup for you automatically without your knowledge. So if something goes wrong in your code when you're building a huge project where many people are collaborated in your project to see who has changed what, or if anything goes wrong, you can always go to the correct version of yours in your backup. So another thing, if you have laptops and physical laptops are broken or it is not like it is stolen or something like that, you can use this Git or GitHub where your coding files are being backed up. So usually you can use that from any other system. Now, let me tell you the real benefits. First, Git keeps a clean backup of your code, so you don't have to worry about losing your work. Second, if you ever break your code, and trust me, we all do that, Git lets you to rewind and recover in just a few steps. And third, Git gives you freedom of experiment. When you try a new idea, create a new branch, go for it without messing up your main project. With Git, mistakes are no longer disasters. You are just making another commit away from being fixed. So start your Git early and you will thank yourself later. Let's talk about why we learn Git. And Git is a game changer for any developer. A developer who understands Git doesn't just write code. They manage it like a pro. Every change they make is tracked. If something breaks, they don't panic. They simply roll back to their early version. Trying out a new idea, they create a branch, test it safely, and merge it back if it works. On the other hand, a developer without Git is often juggling around folder names. For example, many of our friends would do many big projects. If they are not using Git, they would name it as folder final 001, folder final 002, or project folder final like this. So here we don't have that problem of renaming files or folders. So there is no version history in the when a person is not using Git. No easy way to undo mistakes and cannot experiment freely. One small error could take lots of hours to rework it and undo it. When work in teams, the difference is even more obvious. With Git, collaboration is smooth, everyone knows who has made the change, when, and why. Without Git, it chaoses, overwritten files, duplicated code, and endless confusions. So, at the bottom line, Git isn't just a tool, it's a habit that makes you a smarter, faster, and more reliable developer. In today's world, Git knowledge doesn't give you a edge, it's expected. So yeah, here on the slides, I have given some of the Git commands for the uh, beginning developers. So you can use this Git commands. You can take a screenshot of it, or you can just Google about Git and learn the Git commands. So here, I just want to ask one thing. So Git and GitHub. So first we started with the coding. So coding is so basic literacy that everyone should know. Even today, mechanical department has incorporated coding. Even civil departments are incorporated coding. So everyone needs to know coding just as a language. Like we learn to speak in English. So that becomes like language which connects people across the globe. So likewise, coding is something which connects you to the developers across the globe. So today, as AI has come inside, you are sitting next to a laptop, you are having a smartphone, even to just know the what is the error and fix it. You need some of the knowledge of technical knowledge, and if you are pro in it, you yourself can fix it. Yes. So people here who does anyone has used Git or GitHub? Even can MCs answer that? Okay. Next, we move to the GitHub. What is the difference between Git and GitHub? So Git is a desktop application, whereas GitHub is the website. If coding is the language, then GitHub is the voice that helps your code speak to the world. It's not just a tool, it's your digital playground, your resume, your developer ID card, all in one. Let's talk about GitHub, a name you will hear over and over again in your coding journey. So, what exactly is GitHub? GitHub is an online platform where you can store, share, and collaborate on code. It runs on Git behind the scenes, but it adds a beautiful layer of teamwork, visibility, and community. Think of GitHub like this: it is Instagram for developers. So instead of posting your selfies, you post your codes there. People comment there. Other developers comment on your work. Other developers help you to make some corrections in your code, or you can go and debug in some of others' codes. So this is like a professional like platform, like Instagram, social media, professional social media that every developer should have. GitHub helps you to build a public project portfolio, whether it's a college assignment, a personal app, or a fun experiment. Uploading your projects to GitHub turns them into a living resume. When recruiters ask if you know coding, they really want to see is your GitHub profile, your actual work in action. So GitHub stores what all you have done as of files. So many of us have seen these GitHub repositories. So we can also go there, get some of the good works from great developers, take that as an inspiration and work on that. So GitHub also shines when it comes to teamwork. Almost every big tech companies use Git and GitHub to manage their projects. Multiple developers can work on the same code base, submit changes, review each other's work, and safely merge those changes. This is exact workflow behind every real world company's softwares like Android's, WhatsApp, or Microsoft Edge. But GitHub is more than just a hosting platform. It's the home for open source. So, okay, as developers, next you need to know what is the importance of open source contribution. So, open source contribution means you can improve real world projects. For example, if there is a great developer who has developed a social media like Instagram, so you go there. If it is open source, if the code is open source, you can go there. If you feel like if there is any bug is present while using that app, you can just text him or comment there like this is the bug you have found out, so that you come into a contact with the great developers. Okay, then fix bugs. You can also give them code like to fix that particular bug. For example, in recent times we have seen in Instagrams there are many bugs were found in Insta. So we saw that it doesn't refresh quickly, or some people may see the same post again and again. So these are the minor bugs that were found in that. So if Instagram was open source, you can go there and just comment the developers or ping the developers regarding this bugs. So if you found out so easily or before any developer can inside that company has found that, you can also get some rewards. So when you contribute to the real world projects, you enhance your coding ability. You just make your limits broader. You are not just coding in classroom anymore. You are helping to build tools that world uses. And what are the advantages? First, it gives you exposure to real world code bases and practices. You will learn how professional software is structured, written, and maintained. And yes, we are in a same level. So inside a classroom or your fellow friends, everyone are in same level in coding. So when you see the code of great developers, for example, when you see some developers like from Meta or Google, so their way of writing code is even more structured compared to any of your friends or yourself. So you can know what is the level of writing. So this can be put into a very simple words. Like you can see everyone speaks English. So when we go to the other side where English is the home language for any other country, you can see how they talk the language, how they speak that language. So the way of how they construct the sentences, how they understand things. So like same way, when you come into contact with the coding of great developers, you get to know how it is structured, how it need to be done. So likewise, second, it boosts your confidence. You will see your code live in real projects used by real people. Yeah, again, when you give something to the world, so it when it start uses it, you get that satisfaction and confidence that you are in a right track. So start doing this open source contribution. Third, it builds your credibility. Hiring managers and recruiters often look at GitHub to see what kind of contributions you have made. And fourth, it grows your network. You will connect with developers across the world, learn from them, and maybe even find mentors and collaborators, and sometimes even lead to job offers. To put it in simple words, in school, you submit your assignments to your teacher. In real world, developers submit your code to the GitHub for the whole world to see, use, and build upon. Git teaches you how to manage your code. GitHub teaches you how to manage your growth. So GitHub is not just a code host, it's your developer diary, your project portfolio, and your passport to the global coding community. So fellow juniors, make sure that you have a GitHub account today. So create it and just make wonders. So here I have given some difference between Git and GitHub. So Git is a software, whereas GitHub is a service. Git is a version control software. GitHub is a repository for hosting your projects. Git is maintained by Linux. GitHub is maintained by the Microsoft. So Git is open source. GitHub is free. Yeah, we students like you can use GitHub for free. Unpaid membership is also available. No user management in Git. In GitHub, built-in user management is available. Git is locally installed in your desktop, whereas GitHub is hosted in the web. Git, minimal external tool configuration. GitHub, active marketplace for tool integration. So Git is not used by many. So if you use it, you are the pro in using the codes or retrieving your older versions. And GitHub is used by many here. So yes, once again, I just want to reiterate what we came across. So at first, we started with coding. So which is the more basic ability that any engineer or any men should, any future generation, people should know about it, about the coding. So just to update your skills or upgrade your knowledge in coding, we just went into coding platforms like LeetCode, HackerRank, CodeChef, or anything. So just start with 2 problems each day. Just make sure that you are going to do a problem or learn something. Just make your brain hot. Think about it. Think something like think about the problem statement. Think about it and code on it. Once, okay, you have just done the coding in the LeetCode or Coach of any platform. So next, what should you do? You just have to make sure your code is like efficient. So you would have known that this time efficient, space efficient of any code. So complexity of the code. So here comes the next step. So what you should do after you just code a problem statement, review by yourself. Just uh, get some hints about what have you done. Just note down what's the approach is about. Then go again to the problem statement, work on any other possible solution. So work on any other new algorithm so that fits into that problem statement. So this is the way of working. So way of enhancing your knowledge in coding. So next comes the Git and GitHub, which is the superheroes who just upgrade your uh, resume. So today, GitHub are the digital resumes. So we term that as a digital resumes. So you guys, as you know, so starting from the first year to fourth year, you would be doing many things. So you would code many things. You do like n number of things. Do your you just do your hackathons, you go on to some of the competitions, coding competitions, you win, so that all these you document it in Git and GitHub. So earlier we used to have the paper resume, traditional resumes. So that one page traditional resume cannot tell about your 4 years of what you have experienced, what you have done. So we use Git and GitHub, most probably GitHub, which is a social media platform like professional social media, where you can have a documented copy of what you have done in your computer, in your PCs, in coding platforms. So this will document your 4 years of work. And when you submit it to any of the great companies or great developers, they come into touch with you. So you can build a community. So this is called networking. So next step, what the GitHub has given us, networking. So here, as we just in Instagram, as we just go and hit the follow button, likewise, same way, you just hit some developers here. So you just go and text them like your knowledge about your knowledge, or even if you're project is so good, it can attract even more great developers from other end. So you get to know about what others think about your project and grow your network. So next comes the last part, which is LinkedIn. So many of us here may have the LinkedIn profiles. So here I am to explain what LinkedIn is all about and how it is gonna take you one step ahead of any other people. By now, you have understood that learning to code is the first step. Then comes Git and GitHub, where you build your projects, track your projects, and collaborate. LinkedIn, your professional stage. LinkedIn is the platform where your work get noticed. It's like your career blog and networking hub all in one place. You are not just posting marks or degrees. You are posting who you are becoming. So Git and GitHub is for to show your knowledge, skills, and get into a community, developers community, and developer contacts. But others without a coding background, like recruiters, founders, or any other high level authorities, for them, the knowledge of Git and GitHub is not mandatory to know. And this is where LinkedIn comes into play. Why? Because LinkedIn is even more powerful than a traditional resume, especially for students and early stage professionals. Let's say you build a project. Don't let it sit quietly in your folder. Share it. Contribute it to a GitHub repository. Talk about it, what you have learned from it. You can post that too in the LinkedIn. Won a hackathon, completed an internship, or built something cool for fun. Write a post about it. Reflect, show your enthusiasm in it. Because when you do this on LinkedIn, you are not just broadcasting into the void. Your post can be seen by recruiters, alumni, founders, mentors, and people working at your dream companies. You are no longer just applying for jobs, you are attracting opportunities. And here, the magic. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be visible, honest, and consistent. Share your process, not just your product. Because LinkedIn is not just about your skills, it's about your story. So here an additional add-on to uh, all these professional package, that is storytelling. Start to build stories. So once you have completed a project, you need to build a story, how it started, how it went, what is the progress, what you have, if you have done any research on it, or what hunchbacks you have seen while making this project. So write a story about it, then give the output, how you felt, what all you learned in that project. So all these come under the skill of storytelling. Even when a recruiter comes to your college and sits before you, you need to know how to present your project. This is more important than your skills. So even if you have a high skill and do not know how to project it in front of others, that is a waste. On top of every other skill, storytelling is one of the most important soft skill that comes after all these upgrades, that can make you stand out of the crowd. So today we have AI. Use those AI chatbots, get the story from that. You build a story and get some fine tuning there, make that attractive and post it in LinkedIn. Human brains are more interested and attracted to stories than data and information. So learn to tell stories on your achievements. Okay. So then LinkedIn, what can be used for? In how many ways you can use this LinkedIn? So at first, on your side, you can just post about yourself, your achievements, your what you learned as new thing. So next comes the attracting or connecting to the great developers or the recruiters of any other companies or your dream company. Just hit the connect button with anyone, like any company person. For example, your college will bring many people like this to speak before you. So they may be your next recruiters too. So go through their profiles. Just give them a connection request so that you go into their circle. So you can see what they are doing, what the company is doing, so that while going into their company during an interview, you can use that. So you can get connected towards that company. And then you can also text them. There is nothing harm in telling that. If, for example, if some company person has come today to you, and they might or might not be your next recruiter, but you can just go and text them, like, your session was good, we were just we 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 learned many things. So just tell them what you learned about that session and how it was useful. There's nothing harm. Everyone likes that. So this makes you to fit into their brains. So even when they are coming for the recruitment, they might know your name or what you have texted. So this may give you an advantage. After all that, they will also be looking around what you are being doing, so that we go back to Git and GitHub, where you put your projects. So you give their links in the LinkedIn. So when they go to the Git and GitHub, they come to know what is your coding ability and what is your background in coding. So this is just a networking. This is called networking. This is how you do networking, my dear fellow juniors. So with this, we are at the end of this discussion session. And an additional fun fact: how many of you know the logo of Git and GitHub? So GitHub has this logo, the Octo cat. I felt this is really cool, so that I just want to show this to you. Symbolizes the complex and sometimes messy nature of the code, while also representing the beauty and creativity of software projects. The OctoCat represents the collaborative and creative spirit of software development on GitHub. So you can see at first this was a octopus logo, and then it became an OctoCat. So this octopus tentacles shows the branches that you use in the Git and GitHub branches. And then this OctaCat symbolizes your code beauty and creativity. Yeah, this is an additional add-on for you guys to know. So I once again thank the management of SA Engineering College for this wonderful opportunity, especially Geeta ma'am. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to host the series 5 Tech Series 5.13. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Now, I take this moment to sincerely thank our guest speaker, Mr. Srihari RV, for joining us today and sharing valuable insights on GitHub in today's world. Your session was truly informative and engaging, and it definitely helped us understand the importance of GitHub in today's world. We truly appreciate your time and effort. Thank you once again, sir, for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
Now, we request all the students to attend the quiz by clicking the link we have provided.
The link is available in the chat box, so the participant can make use of that.
Also, fill out the feedback form. E-certificates will be given only to those who complete both the quiz and the feedback.
As we conclude today's session, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of SA Engineering College to each and every one of you for joining us on this virtual platform. Your presence and participation have truly added value to the event. A special note of appreciation goes out to all the participants for enthusiastic engagement and meaningful interaction throughout the session. Your active involvement and made this event a resounding success. We would also like to sincerely thank the heads of the departments of CSE, ECE, EEE, Mechanical, Civil, CSBS, Cybersecurity, VLSI, AIDS, and AML for their unwavering support and collaboration. Wishing you all the very best in your future endeavors. May your journey ahead be filled with success and continued growth. Once again, thank you all and have a wonderful day.
The students who have completed both the quiz and the feedback form may leave.
The students who have completed the quiz as well as the feedback form may leave the session. Thank you, thank you for this cooperation and participation.